Thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of EC Techie. Now, just a couple weeks ago, we actually had the release of the new iPhones, the iPhone 12s that just came out upon Apple's newest keynote. But did you guys actually know that this week upcoming, there's actually going to be another keynote? So in this video, we're going to find out what exactly everything is in that keynote for you guys here. We're going to go over all of it, get into the weeds, and we'll see what comes out. So in the last keynote, obviously we went over the iPhones. In this one, we're actually presumably going to look at Apple's newest technology and the Mac lineup. Apple actually sent out an email recently to people stating this is the one last thing keynote for the year here. It's going to go over so many different things and I'm super excited to chime in. We will presumably see the company release its ARM silicone chips here in the new Macs, the Mac Pros, presumably the desktop versions, but you're going to see a huge rollout of the newest processors here in this latest keynote. And the keynote's actually going to happen on November 10th. So set your calendars if you haven't gotten the email already, and you can go to their website to find that there. This transition will actually be super interesting. Recently, they have been going with Intel since actually 2005, and this will actually be a very interesting mix-up for them to completely change the processors in their computers. This kind of, for me, gives me the idea that, hey, they're trying to transition almost every single piece of the technology they possibly can. Think about this. If they were to change the processor for the computer, now it's Apple related, well then they don't have to work with Intel directly. Intel's obviously not a part of Apple, so the more different products and pieces that they can get rid of, where they don't have to pay another company to do, that's even better for Apple, more revenue coming in from Apple. And so this is actually a pretty smart design. It just kind of depends on whether or not this processor is going to hold up to what Intel can bring to the table. And to be honest with you, until we get those keynotes, we just have no idea what these silicone chips can potentially bring to the table for Apple. But hopefully this is going to be a really good one. Now again, like I said, Apple is presumably going to start off with the MacBook lineup. We may see some Airs, some Pros, we don't exactly know at this point here, but we may also see a big iteration with the release of Big Sur. This is their essentially iOS 14 release for all the Mac products, and this one's actually going to be huge. This was actually debuted in WWDC and has been in beta for a couple months now, and so it's finally time for that to be released. Now, many different people have actually been stipulating and hoping for other integrations and other releases like the AirPod Studios, the over-the-ear headphones for Mac. They've also looked at potentially releasing the AirTags. For those who don't know what that is, I'll actually try to post a picture here in the corner of what that may look like. But again, this keynote, since we didn't see those certain products in the last keynote with the iPhone 12 and the iPad keynote, we may see those here, but there is a very strong chance that this one actually does not happen here in this newest keynote on November 10th. Hopefully we will be seeing those things. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys wish to see. Again, this is probably going to be out before then, so we'll have a little bit of time between then. But yes, definitely set your calendars for this. This one's going to be a big one. It's not going to be as big as the iPhone 12 launch, of course, because that seems to be the biggest product most people tend to go with. But this one is still going to be very big and a very good keynote, hopefully. So I know I'm going to be watching it. Let me know if you guys also are going to go take that a look. If you guys do want Apple's direct page, super simple, I'll link it down here and below. But yeah, I'm super excited. I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to be a good transition for Apple, and we may see this in different parts of technology throughout the iPhones, throughout, every single thing that runs a Apple product. Hopefully, this is only the beginning for them, and I think it's going to be a good transition. Obviously, we're going to have to see and wait for all the benchmarks and everything, but I'm super excited. And again, until we truly sit down and watch the third keynote for 2020, we really don't know exactly everything that's going to happen. Obviously, it's still considered rumors at this point, so we don't even know if those are going to roll out. But we can assume, due to everything that's going on in the world and all the rumors and leaks that we have been seeing, these are most likely going to be what's released. So again, I'm going to ask you the question: what would you guys like to see from Apple's keynotes? I want to hear it down below. You can tweet at me at ECTechie at Twitter. But yeah, definitely go ahead and put that in the comments. Make sure to follow the podcast link that I have directed down to the Phone Buzz podcast. Give me a subscribe and follow if you guys want. It's greatly appreciated. And I do really appreciate you guys listening to another episode of ECTechie. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, day, or whenever you guys are listening to it, and have a good one. Peace.